In addition to Sebastian Vettel and Danny Ricciardo, Yuki Tsunoda is now also competing during the Formula Red Bull event at the Nordschleife this summer. That is rather surprising news because Max Verstappen also wanted to drive a lap through the green hell that is the Nürburgring, but did not get permission from Dr. Helmut Marko. Red Bull previously announced that reserve and test driver Danny Ricciardo would show his skills on the Nordschleife during a real demo run on the iconic circuit. The track was a nice extra addition to his time in the car. None other than four-time world champion Sebastian Vettel will also get behind the wheel of a Red Bull for the first time in 10 years in the old familiar colours with which Vettel became so successful. The retired Formula 1 driver will do this in the RB7, with which he won, of course, the Drivers' World Championship back in 2011. Verstappen immediately announced that he would also like to be there at the Nürburgring, preferably in a Formula 1 car, but he would not turn down an opportunity behind the wheel of a GT3 either. However, Helmut Marko thought that plan was far too dangerous. "I wanted to do it," said Verstappen, "but Helmut didn't let me. He knew I would also try to push the limit. I didn't want to cause unnecessary trouble. I heard this thing was coming and Helmut was sitting at the table when it came about, and he said, no, 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 you won't." So clear language from the Austrian head of the Red Bull household then. After Verstappen had told the media that Marko said no to him being involved, the advisor has decided to provide a brief explanation for his decision. "Of course, we all know Max," said Marko. "First, he would check what the record would be on the day. Of course, he doesn't want to beat that record by just 1 second. These cars are not meant to break records. It's too dangerous." This makes it all the more striking then that Yuki Tsunoda will travel to Germany and get behind the wheel of a Honda NSX GT3 Evo. Perhaps it's a little easier to convince the Japanese driver that he should take it a little easier than on a normal Grand Prix Sunday, where Verstappen would probably make an attempt to destroy all lap records. We will see that on September the 9th when the event takes place. Tsunoda himself is certainly looking forward to it, although he only knows the Nürburgring virtually so far. "I've never raced there before," said Tsunoda, "so I'm really looking forward to the event in September. I can't wait to get into the Honda NSX GT3 Evo, a great car. The Nordschleife is also a legendary circuit, although I've only experienced it in Gran Turismo. That was already fun." I don't know Verstappen's contract at this point, but it may be that it's undoubtedly written somewhere that he should not take these kinds of unnecessary risks, particularly during the middle of a Formula 1 season. Much like it's in my car insurance that it doesn't cover me to take my Ford Fiesta around the Nürburgring. Whereas Yuki Tsunoda is allowed to take the risk for the added exposure that comes with it. According to Top Gear, Kimi Räikkönen previously stated that many F1 drivers do have something like this in their deals with their teams, but that he did not stick to it under the motto, "I do what I want, or else you fire me." Classic Räikkönen there. So what do you think? Is it the right choice to not let Verstappen do this? Or would you just kind of go wild at the Nordschleife and let the Dutchman do his thing? Let us know in the comments section below. Should Verstappen ignore the warning of Helmut Marko and just get on with having some fun as well? We want to hear all of your thoughts, and of course you can follow all of the thoughts around Formula 1 racing on gpfans.com and GPFans Global across social media.